Hello everyone and welcome to Denzi TV. This is a public service channel providing information about travel requirements from different airlines going to different cities and municipalities all over the Philippines. Please remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you can get all the updates as they come. In this video, we're going to discuss the travel document requirements for Philippine Airlines passengers going to KALIBO, Aklan. Before we proceed to the travel document requirements, let us first know what are the travel guidelines in flying with PAL. First is there should be a mandatory wearing of face mask and face shields and observance of physical distancing. So minimum health standards should always be followed at all times when traveling via Philippine Airlines. Next travel guideline is the mandatory use of the Trace mobile application to generate and scan the QR code. So before you go to the airport for your flight, be sure that you have downloaded, installed the Trace app in your smartphone and kung pwede, na fill out na yung details mo para ready na for scanning. So may QR code ka na ready so that when you arrive in the airport, wala nang hassle sa entrance. Those who don't have a smartphone, I guess you have to coordinate with the airport personnel. They will assist you in creating a contact tracing mechanism kung wala kang Trace mobile application dahil wala kang smartphone. Next is, it is also mandatory to register via the Philippine Airlines Passenger Profile and Health Declaration Form as early as 5 days before departure. So kung meron kang flight with PAL, 5 days before dapat meron ka ng na-fill upan na health declaration form. So paano to at saan to ma-access? I will give the link via the description below. And lastly, yung PAL ay may regular sanitation and disinfection of all airline facilities and equipment to make sure that you have a safe travel. Let's discuss the travel reminders first before we proceed to the travel document requirements. Starting March 23 to April 4, 2021, only essential travelers from NCR, Bulacan, Cavite, Laguna, and Rizal area shall be allowed to travel into and outside of Western Visayas. This is in line with the IATF Resolution 104, identifying NCR, Bulacan, Cavite, Laguna, and Rizal as subject areas and were converted to GCQ because of the rising number of cases in their locality. All other travelers not coming from the subject areas are allowed to enter Region 6, subject to LGU's health protocols and travel requirements. Now let's discuss the travel document requirements for all inbound passengers of KALIBO. All passengers entering the province of Aklan are required to present a negative RT-PCR test result with validity of 72 hours from extraction to date of travel. So hindi po ito 72 hours from the release of the result, kundi 72 hours from the date na taken, yung kinunan ka ng swab test. Okay? So bilangin nyo po ng mabuti yung oras na yon para di tayo ma-hassle upon entry when the requirements are being checked. Okay, so lahat ng papasok sa Aklan, kailangan merong RT-PCR test result na negative at valid. However, there are exceptions. So may mga travelers na hindi kailangan ng RT-PCR test result. And ito yun sila. Una, returning Aklanon residents who left the province on official transaction, emergency or personal travel outside of Western Visayas and shall return within 5 days from the departure. So, sa mga umalis ng Aklan for official transaction or business or emergency at babalik, okay, within 5 days, kung kailan sila umalis, ay hindi kailangan ng RT-PCR test result na requirement. However, kung lumagpas na ng 5 days, then they will be considered as a regular traveler and shall be obliged to present an RT-PCR test result and must register in the QR code system of the province. So later on, we will discuss kung ano yung QR code system nila at paano gawin. Pero ito po, no, for returning Aklanong residents, be sure na ma-follow yung 5-day rule. Kasali din sa exempted sa RT-PCR test result ang mga returning overseas Filipinos that are facilitated by the OWA. Okay, who shall be brought to the Aklan Training Center for profiling and will be sent home unless may symptoms. So kung ROF ka at si OWA ang nag-process ng documents mo, you are exempted na from the RT-PCR test result requirement. However, if you are a returning overseas Filipino, but you travel on your own, okay, you will still be considered as a regular traveler and dapat ka pa ring magpakita ng RT-PCR test na negative result na valid. Kasali rin sa mga exempted sa RT-PCR test requirement ang mga travelers coming from Western Visayas whose point of destination is mainland Aklan only. Okay, kung galing ka sa Western Visayas at ang iyong point of destination is mainland Aklan only, then hindi ka na rin kailangang magpakita ng negative RT-PCR test result. Isa pa na exempted ay ang mga APORs or authorized persons outside of residence as defined under Resolution number 98. These are APORs coming from Western Visayas only and entering the island of Boracay on official business, provided that he or she must possess a travel order, travel itinerary, and government-issued ID. So remember, if you are an APOR coming from Western Visayas and entering Boracay for official business, you are exempted, okay, from the RT-PCR test result requirement as long as meron ka ding mga proper documents like travel order, travel itinerary, and government-issued ID. Now let's discuss the Aklan QR code system. All persons entering the province of Aklan shall register in the QR code system developed by the province and may access in the following manner. Access it through this website, touristboracay.com, and choose Aklan. Fill out the required fields and then click submit. Make sure that the correct visitor type is selected and take a screenshot of the OHDC confirmation page. QR code system pa rin tayo. So send the following documents to aklantraveler@gmail.com using the email subject OHDC, tapos family name, first name ng sender. Ito yung mga dapat mong i-attach dun sa iyong email, screenshot of the OHDC confirmation page, a Philippine government-issued ID, negative RT-PCR result with date of extraction, 5 days to the date of travel details, okay? And there's also a note that you can submit multiple names in the document. Pagkatapos nyong mag-email, ay hintayin lang yung response of the final validator. If unsuccessful, an email will be sent requesting for additional requirements or clarification. Immediately comply to avoid delays. Okay, so yan, mag-email sa'yo kung unsuccessful ay dapat isend mo yung mga additional requirements na hinihingi. Kung successful naman, then you will now receive your health declaration card, and QR code. And yon, dapat mo itong i-print or keep a digital copy kasi gagamitin yan sa ports of entry. I-check yan siya. Other guidelines for Kalibo, all persons shall be subjected to a mandatory health assessment. So, symptom screening to siya. And dapat wala kayong symptoms para kayo ay matuloy sa biyahe. And yung mga dadaan lang sa Kalibo should secure an S-Pass. Okay? If you are passing through. Kung ikaw naman ay considered as a poor Western Visayas, okay, going to Boracay Island, you have a special set of requirements. Okay, you have to access the touristboracay.com and choose Aklan. Fill out the fields and click submit. Make sure that the correct visitor type is selected, APOR-WV. Save a copy of the OHDC. Other requirements to present include a copy of the OHDC with APOR-WV QR code, valid IDs issued by the respective government agency, travel order, galing din sa company nyo or sa agency, and travel itinerary. And those are the requirements for all inbound passengers of Philippine Airlines for Kalibo, Aklan. It's quite a lot. Medyo marami yon. So please review, okay, the parts of the video where the requirements are discussed. Kindly take note of the steps kasi maraming steps yon. Marami kayong i-register, marami kayong requirements na isa-submit, merong email pa na isa-send. So, yon. Please take note of those things para wala kayong ma-miss and maging smooth yung travel ninyo going to Kalibo, Aklan via Philippine Airlines. So, this has been Den CTV. Okay? Thank you for watching and don't forget to subscribe. Have a safe and enjoyable travel.